beautiful, that car. Don't it just make you want to cry?
Well guys, it's a nice morning. Weather's pretty decent. I got the day off. Rare opportunity. You know, the wagon's kind of pissed me off. Losses pissed me off. And I was like, you know what? I want to get Dani's 57 Chevy out of storage. The weather's finally starting to break. And yeah, anyway, so I don't need room, as always. So I started screwing around the blue truck. Now, I was using it as tarp storage. And there still is a few tarps in there now. But, so I started diagnosing it. It had a bad fuel pump. So what I did, I put an inline pump in it for like an aftermarket Holley TBI kit, which I had. And because I was going to put that on the gray big block truck. I was originally going to put it on there just to kind of pump all the fuel out. Well, I put it all together, wired it up, and it runs. So, a bit of a temporary fix till I get around to either dropping the tank, pulling the box up. It's going to be an ugly job. I hate doing that stuff. But for now, we're going to see. I'm going to wash it, clean it up a little bit. We're going to dump it in storage, hopefully drive Dani's car back. So we're going to drive, this truck hasn't driven in 8 months and it's got a rigged up fuel pump. So we're going to drive that to the storage unit, get Dani's car fired up hopefully, and drive that thing back home, which I think hasn't run since September, October. What could go wrong? Well, there she is. Look at that. What a good looking truck. So I put a jerry can of fuel in it with a little stable in it because I felt bad for it. And probably got the fuel in it from a year ago. Stuff just hates sitting. I don't know. So I'm gonna put this thing in storage. We're gonna try and bring Dani's car back. We got a few parts in the back, battery, gas, a few wrenches. So hopefully at the hot rod I'll make it home. And then I gotta get to this thing and fix a few things up on it, put a proper fuel pump in it, and I gotta sell it. I feel bad. I've had this thing for 15 years and the last 5 it's just been sitting more than, well, all it's been doing is sitting. Last time we drove this thing was Christmas and that's when it died, and then it sat since. So I don't want to be that guy that's hoarding all the cars. These things are coming around. They're nice trucks. It's a nice solid builder, and so I'm going to enjoy it. So we'll put it in storage and we'll deal with it in a month from now. But hopefully you see us cruising and then at the storage unit instead of broken down the side of the road. Either way, it'll be a fun day. There we are. Dani's 57 Chevy. It's still here. You gonna try and fire it up or what? Looks like I just disconnected the battery. Oh, she's got some sparks. So 6-liter LS 57 Belair, the old DD Speed Shop 2-door conversion. So let's turn the key on, make sure it's got a fuel pump and stuff.
Yeah, it was definitely you in here last because I can't reach.
Yeah, I think I drove it here. Oh, I didn't hear anything. Oh yeah, there we go. Do it again. Yeah. Crank it up. Yeah. It's noisier than I remember. Alright, so now we just gotta see if the half ton will fire up, which I think I brought everything for. But you guys haven't seen this. 86, 5, 4? I forget what it is. But it's got a big block in it. I'll just make the battery in that one too. So we'll see if this thing goes.
Start it up right away, no problem.
Oh, Dani's filming. Alright, let's see if this one goes. How many cars can we get to run in one day? We're setting records here. Oh yeah, she'll go. Look at that. Alright, well, I think we'll just let all these things warm up. Gentle. Because this truck's going to stay here. This truck and the blue truck are staying here. Live in the city, I love it. So we got her going, it runs. It was low on transmission oil. I brought some, we dumped it in. This thing does leak from, I think, the speedometer cable, which Dani hasn't fixed for some reason.
I don't know how.
We're putting some gas in it. I wonder if it's full or what's going on there. The gas gauge doesn't work on this thing, right? Or did?
No.
It doesn't, yeah. So put a little bit in just to be on the safe side. Half a jerry can. There's tires in the back and all sorts of stuff here. It's kind of crazy. But, yeah. Oh, I'll put an outfit in there for a little strap. Strap. So.
Ah! All poured out.
So we'll get this thing all moved around. You can film it while I do a little car jockeying or what?
Sure.
There. looked fine, so he's powered through it. Now it's dropping down, so it's not thermostat or something like that, I guess. But yeah, we're making her. Kind of smells like burning a little bit. This thing's rattier than I remember. Not gonna lie. But she's on the road. Dani's driving her. All that work I did, I get just chauffeured around like this daisy. So, load truck works, drain truck works, blue 57 works. Man, we're 3 for 3 today. It's not even noon. It's like 11 o'clock. We're just killing it. So, we'll get this thing home. I'll put on my bikini. We'll give it a nice little wash.
I love you in a bikini.
And we'll do it. We'll give it kind of once over to show you the car and stuff like that. But
really show off that back seat interior.
is there anything better than a 57 Chevy Belair? I don't think so. All right. See you guys at home.
Do I look cute?
Of course. All right. Well, we made it home. So this is Dani's car. So
I'm Dani.
When did I buy this thing? 2 years ago, I guess? I bought it a year and a half ago in the kind of fall, into summer. And it was a $700, completely ripped apart. Let me, I'll put a picture up in the video if I remember. So a guy had gotten it, it was a 4-door, took it all apart, lost interest, and basically forgot about it for a couple of years. I was just at the parts store, and a friend of a friend was like, hey, you know, go check this out type thing. And so me and Mer went out and we bought it. And then I brought her home. And then Dani kind of fell in love with it. She likes cars with fins, right?
I like cars with fins. I always wanted a car with fins, but I didn't know what car had fins.
So I brought it home, and this is when we didn't have a lot of money. Not that we have much now, but I patched the floors up. I just rebuilt the 4-wheel drum brakes. It came with a small block Chevy, 350 Chev, and a Turbo 400, so I put that in there. It had a drive shaft that was the right size, and I just cobbled this thing together with everything, because this is my second Tri-5.
This is your second Tri-5.
So
and
this
is
one,
your second 4-door to 2-door, because you did the 55 first.
So just off camera, I had the 55, so I had a bunch of Tri-5 parts, not necessarily 57 parts, but this also came with, the guy had all sorts of extra doors and extra fenders and all sorts of parts.
His intention was he was building this car, as you, like, you're always quoting, but he was literally building this car to go get ice cream with the grandkids. I am I'm telling, I don't know who I'm telling anymore.
Yeah, so
but that's what he was doing.
So he's gonna do that, and life happened, ripped it all apart, classic, lost interest, and he actually had a bunch of parts with it, which I didn't buy, because he wanted too much money at the time. So we got it on the road, and then, because yeah, I got it on the road, I gave it to you for your birthday.
This was my 30th birthday present.
So that was like October 1st, so I got it right at the end of summer, we got it together, you drove it for that 2 or 3 months, I guess. And then I was like, okay, let's bring it back in. Because then after we bought it, the guy decided to sell. He had a whole front end kit, he had disc brakes, he had all sorts of stuff he spent and he wanted retail money for. And so I waited him out. And we got it for a bit of a discount. And there you go. So this is Dani's car.
This is my car! This was like the best present anyone's ever gotten me. It's a good one.
So we'll do a little walk around of it real quick here, but I wanted, so now it's her car, I want it to be dead nuts reliable so I didn't get to phone call and have to go pick it up and stuff. So it may not look like it. There's actually a pile of money spent on this thing, and this thing has so much sentimental value to us, well, to me anyways, I'm sure to you as well. But this car made the channel. It got our first bunch of views and got picked up on Bang Shift and all sorts of things. Who'd have thought? And Mer said, don't chop up that nice car. It was a nice original 4-door. The doors would shut perfectly, and I hacked this thing. So let's do a little walk around. You can show them your car.
I'm going to show you my car. These are the fins of my car.
All right, so Dani's going to give you her little version of what's on the car, and then maybe I'll step in just a little bit. So, tell them what your sweet hot rod.
You were about to already start doing it.
Nope, go for it.
Okay. So, this is going to be embarrassing. I don't know how to open this, because I never open it. Where's the latch? It's this?
No, it's right in the center. Yep, there. Yep.
I got it.
She's under the hood every day.
Every day I'm slaving on this car. Okay, so this car has a Holley EFI kit, and this motor is from an Escalade.
So it's a 6-liter from an Escalade, and it's got a Holley Terminator kit that runs the whole mess.
That's a brand new alternator.
Nope, that's a brand new alternator.
That's a brand new alternator.
Let's put that in. Oh, I forgot to hook that up. But this is embarrassing. So it's got a brand new alternator, whatever. We used all the truck accessories. I used all the truck accessories. Yeah, I spent a bunch of time painting this thing. You can't even tell, but I painted it all nice Chevy orange, and then it actually has all the covers for the Escalade, but I don't know where they are right now. Aluminum radiator. This is a disc brake kit that we bought off the guy, so it's got a Right Stuff power disc brake kit, so that's actually quite nice. You put a sway bar on it too, right? Yes,
I did put a sway bar on it so it rides nice and smooth.
So it's got front sway bar. I rebuilt the whole front end, so every bushing and all that ball joint is all brand new.
Is this done now?
I guess so.
In my version, it's done.
So
I was about to talk. Oh. I'm giving the walkthrough of my car. Okay, so something that I really, really like about this car is this. I like how it's all like this, what would we call this? Meshy metal.
And it lets all the air go inside.
Yeah, I like that. I think it's neat. Okay, I also like these things.
Why does it have those?
To go fast.
Belair only option right there. The Belairs had gold and a gold grill.
Oh.
Which we don't have on this one because it's a hodgepodge. I got you. I got a brand new grill bar for it. It's not all broken. We can put on there.
Ooh, I'm lucky. Okay. It has very loud exhaust, so it's very obnoxious. So I think we're gonna change that this year.
I'm gonna change the mufflers for sure. She's a little loud.
Very, very loud. My car, I did the back seat of my car. I'm very proud of it. All of you interior people hate me, but I Gorilla Glued my back seat so it's got my mermaid scales on the back. And I didn't, okay, a lot of people kept asking me why I wasn't doing like more leather or pleather and stuff. And the reason is because the whole back seat, my idea is that it's basically for the dogs, and so the dogs are just gonna rip it up and whatever. So I didn't really actually want to put too much into the back seat. So that's why it's how it is. Did you vacuum this for me?
Cleaned her all up, yeah.
Romantic. Okay. Next. These are the fins on my car, and I like these. This is my license plate that says Queen Bee.
Yeah, I got her Vandy plate for it. So you know it's her coming. You know, a little embarrassing thing. When I drive this thing, and people pull up from behind, girls, and they're all like, they show up, and they're like, yeah, and they're like, oh, it's a dude with long hair, not a girl driving it.
I like when I drive it. I get lots of nice compliments from gentlemen.
Where do you put the gas?
Oh yeah, gas is super fun. Okay, so, well, I don't put the gas in it. Dan puts the gas in it. But it's right here.
Look at that.
Hidden secret gas. That's about all I know about my car.
Here, you hold the camera and I'll give them the old once over.
Okay. I thought I did a good job.
You did a great job. So, like I said, when I put this thing together for Dani, I wanted it to be reliable and all those sort of things. So, or on a latch or something like that. So I'm pressing. Oh, that's loose. So we got this thing. Actually, these seats I had bought for my 55 over there, which she stole. We put a brand new carpet kit in it, ratchet shifter. So it's got the 6-liter LS. It's got a turbo 350 trans with a high stall and a shift kit that I had. It was actually in the Nova. Had a custom drive shaft made. And it actually has a Holley, I think it's a Sniper Stealth tank, so in pump and in tank pump. It's real nice setup. These doors, these are the nicest set of 2-door Tri-5 doors I've ever seen. She got them. They're actually off of Pontiac. If anyone looks, the trim's different. Pontiac trim versus Chevy trim, but it is what it is. Old school Kragers. These actually came on my 55 Chevy, and I put them on this. So when I did this one, I've done the 2 different 2-door swaps, and I want to do a couple videos more about the 2-door and kind of how I did it and stuff like that. But this one we actually ended up using the back doors. So like this is actually all original paint, and I just kind of
Oh, this paint is called a fun color. It was Tahiti.
It's something turquoise, and the white's like a really racist name.
Uh-oh.
India Ivory or something like that.
Ooh.
But yeah, so this is the back door welded shut and shortened, and I built all the structure inside, and inside the car is actually the inner structure of the door that all got welded up. And I bought all sorts of stuff to this thing I never put on. I was realizing it. I bought new door cards, whatever you want to call them, for that. We got all sorts of stuff we can kind of put on this thing. We have electric wipers for it.
Oh, I'm very excited about electric wipers.
But we put, I put floor pans, patch panels in. It has some new body mounts, stuff like that. I mean, it's a little rough around the edges for sure, and mechanically very sound. I mean, it's a 6-liter turbo 350. It's got a stock rear end in it, but everything's all brand new. It probably should change the rear end, because I like to be on this thing a little when I'm allowed to drive it. The trunk floor was absolutely mint on this thing, which was nice. So I didn't have hardly anything to do there. Unfortunately, the guy that had it before, like, it was kind of ratty, and he wasn't a patina guy. And so we started sanding it, so all this rust, this was right down to bare metal in spots. So we just started doing random things, and I tried clear coating it, but obviously it didn't last. He threw all the trim away because it was all beat up and stuff. He didn't like it. This bin was all KO'd over, so me and MURch kind of straightened it.
It is cool that you can see. I don't know if it'll show up on camera here a little bit.
It's all faded,
but you can see that it's still like in there.
This bluey green is like, that's the original paint.
Yeah.
I love original paint stuff. It's only original ones, but it needs lots of, like, I mean, all the rubbers are wore out of it. Like, it leaks water and stuff. We got to get that taken care of. So Jimbo, you're coming back, bud. And then for the trim, so again, being a Belair, it had all the trim, and I have lots of 4-door trim yet. And I was piecing it together, but I think now you're gonna keep the car.
Yes.
So it's probably worth spending the money. But so it had Belair trim, and you can see I literally cut the 4-door trim and put it together. So it's, I mean, you can see where this is where the door post was and stuff. So I want to get the proper trim for that, which they sell. And then here, I just had this. This is like 210 trim off, I think a 55 even, just so it had something, so it didn't look completely ridiculous. And there's nothing up top. I got to get that. So if you have 2-door Belair trim for a 57 Chevy, let us know, because we can do that. And then all the other trim is all mint. I've tracked down, I have one full-size spear piece, and I actually have one lower chrome piece for a 2-door. I think the upper is actually 2 pieces anyways. So slowly but surely I want to track it all down, do that. Again, we don't have the proper door trim, so I got to get that. And then the front stuff's all original 4-door, so it's whatever. But so me and MURch actually patina matched. Like, this door, it was a white door, because we actually didn't even paint the inside. Oh, I did paint the inside. Huh. Maybe the other side didn't. So that was that. I painted all this white because this is actually part of another car. I put this post in. But yeah, so it was a lot of screwing around, but it's an awesome car. She puts piles of miles on this thing, and we're gonna enjoy the crap out of it this year. That's the plan, right?
Heckin' yeah. We
originally actually built this thing for power tour. That never happened last year. That was
the whole purpose of this car, was that we wanted a nice driver for power tour.
We got on the road, and then I was like, okay, I'll 2-door swap it. And then people started watching it, which was awesome. So we made a few bucks, and I always wanted to go on power tours. So we took every dollar we made off YouTube for like 3 months. I already had the LS motor, but then I put in the Terminator kit, I put the proper fuel tank in it, we put the sway bar in with the disc brakes, we bought it from the guy, we spent all the money, like 2,500 bucks or 3 grand, to make it as reliable as possible, and then power tour never happened. So now it just sits. But, and now we still want to go on...
Well, it doesn't just sit.
No, we still want to go on power tour, and...
It tours Winnipeg.
Yeah, all the time. And now we have like 17 other cars we want to take on power tour. But we're never going to get people taking the same car twice, I guess, on power tour, right?
Yeah.
There you go. That's Dani's hot rod. A girl in her 57 Chevy, right? So, I want to do... We have a few Tri-5 Chevys here.
I also want a headliner.
Yeah. Well, I think if you're going to keep the thing, we should spend some money on it, right?
Cause...
Like, I did this one on the uber cheap. I made the rockers myself. It was too cheap to buy.
Thanks.
Full-size rockers. We welded the back doors in, used that as skins. I mean, there's no back glass. It's plexiglass, so it rattles like crazy. I do have glass. I have all the inner trim. I've since picked up all this stuff to make this thing a lot nicer. That was 2 years ago now. I've been collecting parts, so we'll see. Maybe once I get the wagon on the road or something like that and you have something else to drive, I can take this thing in and give it a good once over. All new trim. I'd like to put power steering on it because I know that's something you struggle with a little.
Well, my arms are getting buff.
Yeah, super buff.
Super buff.
But yeah, so there you go. Good setup Chevy on the cheap. I think we have, when I totaled everything up, there was like less than $5 grand in this thing, and that included like $2,500 worth of Holly parts in it.
You did a really good video explaining to people what
I have in it, yeah. Maybe I'll put a link in the description there. But yeah, 57 Chevy. So hopefully you like Tri-5 Chevys, because we got a lot of them, and we're gonna do lots more videos on them, especially two-door conversions, because I love that stuff, and I feel like I may be the cause for part of people doing that, and Tri-5 four-doors going up. People keep telling me that. So I want to be able to show how you can do it on cheap, still find them out there, and how to spot a two-door at some points, maybe, a four-door conversion. All right, see you guys later. Thanks for watching.